So hello you guys, and welcome back to Friday Chit Chat. As usual, I'm going to talk about The Walking Dead first, what I thought about this week's episode, and blah de blah de blah. Alright, so first of all, can we just talk about Karl this episode? That kid has balls of steel. I didn't think he'd make it to the sanctuary first of all, but then he did, and then I didn't think he'd actually go through with it, but he tried to. Now I know everybody was saying that he missed his opportunity to shoot Negan, and I agree. Karl just kind of stood there in the back of the van with the gun like, fuck, I didn't actually think I'd get this far. But you know, to be fair, I think that was a pretty big step for Karl. I don't think he thought he would reach that stage. So when he did, he was kind of shocked. And then Dwight tackled him because, you know, fuck Dwight. I love that we got to see a lot more of Negan this episode. We got to see a more human side to him. We got to see him interacting with somebody where he kind of let his guards down a little bit. Like when you see him talk to Karl. And he got Karl to open up to him. I haven't heard Karl talk about Laurie all that much throughout the show. But he opened up to Negan, and then Negan made him cry and asked him could he poke him in the eye socket. I was like, really, bitch, really? The scene with Daryl being slid the key under the door, as many people have pointed out in the comment section, I think that could be Jesus. It could be Sherry as well, but I think it could be Jesus because he was on top of the van, and then he wasn't. So where did he go? Jesus disappeared. Where did he go? More than likely to get Daryl. What else was there this episode? Oh yeah, Rick and Aaron finding that weird sign that said where all the guns were and that there was like this house out in the middle of a fucking lake. That has me really interested because I have no idea who the fuck that is or what they're doing. So now Rick and Aaron have potentially found weapons and food and stuff. Not forgetting of course that Tara knows where there is a stash of guns. So I guess they could always fall back on that if they needed it. I find it kind of funny that Rosita kind of bullied Eugene into making a bullet for her. And Michonne is off kidnapping people, trying to find Negan too. Like I said in my reaction video, it seems like everyone is trying to find Negan and they're all going to end up fucking bumping into each other along the way like, oh holy shit, you're trying to kill him too? Honestly, I think Michonne is smarter than that. I think Michonne is smarter than trying to take down Negan by herself, so I don't know what the fuck that woman's doing. I'm like, Michonne, why would you try and do that by yourself? I didn't like the interaction between Rosita and Eugene. Like a lot of people said, a lot of people in the comment section, they're not too fond of Eugene. Each to their own, I suppose. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Eugene has been dealing with the guilt of lying to the group about the whole having a cure thing for ages now. Eugene has been dealing with that and he's been trying to prove himself. So for Rosita to bring that up again and throw it in his face again, it's like, come on, sing a new song, would ya? So I'm not really liking the way she's acting at the moment. I understand she's acting out of grief. She's still grieving for Abraham and for Glenn, and she's trying to deal with the Negan situation, and she's trying to find out a way to fight back, and I get that. But she's acting really mean. I am loving Negan at the moment. He's by far my favourite thing about this season. He's the kind of character you love to hate. We haven't seen a character that's so fucking weird and funny as a villain before. Like, if you remember the Governor, he was super serious. If you remember, what's his face? Garrett, he was super serious. But Negan has this weird comedy about him, and it's such a refreshing thing to see. You never know what he's going to say or what he's going to do. I love the way his mood changes so fast. That he could be in the middle of talking to someone totally chill and then he'll just fucking change and be fit to kill someone. I like that. I like the unpredictable aspect of his character. I think that's all I had to say. There's probably a lot that I'm forgetting, but it's just like a brief little overview of what I thought. Next week, of course, it's a mid-season finale. I do think everything is going to come to a head in that episode. I have seen the promo. And before I saw the promo, I was saying to a few friends, like, oh, someone's going to die this episode. It's mid-season finale. They have to make it big. They have to keep people talking until the show returns. So I do think they're going to kill off someone, and the promo just kind of solidified that for me. But as to who it is, I'm not sure. Now, I haven't read this far in the comics. A lot of people were kind of joking at me, going, this comic, or this kind of part of the comic was like years ago. Yeah, I know. That's how fucking far behind I am. I kind of dabbled in reading the comics ages ago, and then I kind of gave up on them. And then I got really into the show, and I tried to get back into them. But then I was kind of more concerned with catching up with the show. It's a long story. But I do know enough about the fucking comics, and I've read online. Someone in the comics dies. I have a gut feeling. I know who it is, if you guys know what I'm saying. I don't think that death would be big enough for the mid-season finale. I don't think that character is a big enough character to get the shock factor, if you know what I mean. But I'm looking forward to it, and I cannot wait. And then no Walking Dead for like 2 months. Anyway, moving on to other stuff. What else do we have to talk about? Are you guys liking my Christmas jumper? It's really weird. I've never seen an off-the-shoulder... What the fuck is my hair doing? Stop. I've never seen an off-the-shoulder Christmas jumper before. And you guys can't even see because the light is like... It's sunlight, so it's just bright as balls. But my hair is going a kind of pastel colour. In real life, there's like blonde streaks coming through because I got my hair bleached, and I am loving it at the moment. Oh yes, the first thing I want to talk about is during the fucking week, there was an internet outage in Ireland. I'm not sure what network I'm with, but whatever the fuck network I'm with, the entire country went down with this particular network. There was no internet for like 3 hours. I didn't actually realise how much I rely on the internet until it was taken the fuck away from me. I was sitting here in my room with my laptop in front of me like, well, like what now? Couldn't watch Netflix, couldn't go on YouTube, couldn't talk to people because all of my friends are online. So I was sitting here in my room like, I guess I'll like tidy or something. I'll tidy my room. I ended up looking through old photo albums of like baby photos and stuff like that, which was nice. I like taking trips down memory lane every now and again. I love seeing how things have changed over time as well. But yeah, that sucked. Not the pictures, the internet going down. Oh yeah, as you guys may have noticed, there is something new on my face. I got my nose pierced during the week. 4 or 5 years ago I had it done originally, but if you guys have watched one of my older, I can't remember what video I talked about it in, I think it was Friday Chit Chat, but I could be wrong. But I talked about school and how my school was really strict. So I had a tiny little stud in my nose, the one that they pierce you with. It was, well, I can't remember the name, I think it was like a hook one. If you know piercings, it was the one that goes into your nose and then there's like a weird spiral on the inside. So they pierced it with that the first time. And the stud that was on my nose was, oh shit, I just touched it. The stud that was on my nose was too big. It was noticeable. So I went to Claire's and I bought a tiny little stud. It took 2 people, my mum and my nana, to wrestle the fucking piercing out of my nose that the piercer had put in and then replace it with the small Claire's one. Now I did this about 3 or 4 weeks after getting the piercing done, which I know you're not supposed to do, but like summer break was over and I had to change the piercing before I went back to school. So I put in this tiny little one, went to sleep. When I woke up to get ready for school, the piercing was fucking gone. It had gone bye bye bitch, flew out of my nose during the night and just was never seen again. So I decided to just leave it. I mean, I didn't bother. I had my eyebrow pierced when I was about 15, 16 maybe. I thought I was edgy as fuck, even though I am about as edgy as a spoon. I just had the stereotypical little bar thing, but that didn't work out. It rejected like a bitch. My whole eye went like black and it was bruised, and I had that in school as well, but I had a really big long side fringe and I used to cover it with my fringe and hairspray the shit out of my hair to keep it in place to hide my eyeball. Everyone just thought I was like moody or something, going around with one eye because you couldn't see. I was like Karl. I had hair down over my eye all the time. So yes, that's a short story on me and piercings. But this one, it feels good, it feels fine. I mean, I got it done 2 days ago and it's not too sore. The swelling doesn't seem to be that bad. I know it might look red, but that's because I have makeup everywhere apart from on this side of my nose. So if I'm looking a little bit like Rudolph, just deal with it and bear with me, people. I think that's all I have to talk about this week. Is that seriously all I gotta talk about? That fucking sucks. I'm just looking at my YouTube comments there because I get notifications when I get a comment. People are talking about my eyebrows like this is news. My eyebrows have been crazily overly active since forever. I know you guys would have noticed that. I talk a lot with my face. My face just fucking has a mind of its own. Makes it kind of awkward when you're out in public because you know when you're having a mental conversation with yourself. So if you're out shopping and you're trying to pick out a jumper for someone, and you have 2 jumpers in your hand, you're thinking, I like the colour of that one, but will they? But you're also thinking, this one is better value and it looks like it's better quality. But is the colour shitty? So if you're having that conversation in your head in public, your face lets everyone know, hello humans, I'm having a mental debate with myself. If anyone wants to join in and help me, that's appreciated. Anyway, I've babbled on too long. I have to go do a spot of Christmas shopping. You guys know I've been doing that now for a few weeks. Regarding my P.O Box, I have been steadily getting like letters and beautiful gifts from you guys. Thank you so much. I know I don't really talk about it on the channel. That's because I'm putting together a video of me unboxing stuff and talking directly to people that have sent things. So that's why I don't really mention things about the P.O Box in these videos, if you understand what I'm saying. I will be putting up a video around Christmas time, maybe just after Christmas time, of me unboxing stuff and reading letters. Now I won't read out every letter because I know some of them are personal and quite private. But I am getting everything that you guys are sending me and I cannot believe it. I fucking can't. So if you are interested in sending a letter or something like that, my P.O Box is going to be open for the month of December. So my P.O Box is going to be closing on the very last day of December. So if you want to send a letter or something like that, just make sure that you calculate enough time, wherever you're sending it from in the world, Make sure that you leave enough time for it to get here before it closes, if you get what I mean. But thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I really appreciate it. Anyway, that is all for today, you guys. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I'll talk to you on a Monday for the mid-season finale. I'm so not ready to have no Walking Dead on a Monday anymore.